How's it going, everybody? I'm the BTC Reaper, and my goal on this channel is to teach you how to reap the rewards of trading when the price is going up or down. Arkham's Stock's Earn platform offers bounty on 415 million FTX mystery. Anyone who can identify an individual or entity that perpetuated a multi-million-dollar theft from FTX right after it filed for bankruptcy will be rewarded 100,000 Arkham tokens, which is worth about $70,000. This is the most predominant rug they are going after at $415 million that was swiped from FTX as SBF left the exchange last November. The bounty was posted by Arkham themselves, along with a request for identifying info on other whodunits. So they want to know a lot of information. They have left some breadcrumbs for people to start. If you're interested, you could visit this hack on their intelligence exchange. Vitalik Buterin explains how Ethereum plans to make crypto wallets as simple as email. Developers have been working on account abstraction or different iterations of it since 2015, even before Ethereum was launched. The idea is to switch from an externally owned wallets, or EOAs, to smart contract-based wallets. If they pull it off, managing a crypto wallet would become as easy as managing an email account. That would mean that users could potentially recover their seed phrase and private key used to sign transaction as easily as they can reset passwords on an email account. Only qualm I have with that is you're easy to get hacked then. Ethereum Improvement Proposal 4337, also known as account abstraction, this upgrade would allow users to create non-custodial wallets as programmable smart contracts. This would unlock a number of features such as easy wallet recovery, signless transactions, which translates into lower transaction fees, and team wallets, also known as multi-signature wallets. The idea, he said, is for users to be able to receive any token like a stablecoin that isn't Ethereum with their smart contract wallet and be able to pay the gas fees without having to convert to Ethereum. So this is a very good idea, and that's some good premises behind it, so hopefully they can pull this off, as that'll lead to mass adoption. As if you can make it that easy, then a lot of people will be able to sign up. That's why a lot of people don't like getting into crypto, because it's very nuanced. Congressman Torres tells SEC chairman to end crypto crusade after Ripple ruling. The New York Democrat Richie Torres, I believe you say, has escalated his criticism of the SEC Commission for failing to issue any clear guidance to the crypto industry after the agency lost their legal battle to Ripple Labs on multiple fronts. Regulation by enforcement had its dreadful day in court, Torres wrote in an open letter to the SEC chairman Gary Gensler on Tuesday. Torres said Judge Annalisa Torres' reasoning reflected a righteous application of the Howey test, a legal standard for identifying securities, which in his view the SEC has applied sloppily. So they're getting some criticism saying they are improperly applying the Howey test to try and take Coinbase CEO to meet House Democrats to dismiss crypto report. Brian Armstrong will meet Democrats from the House of Representatives in Congress this Wednesday behind closed doors. The agenda for this private meeting is to discuss digital asset legislation and related issues including tax, national security, privacy, and climate. So this is going to be a meeting with members of the New Democrat Coalition, which is a political faction of over 100 Democrats that are committed to pro-economic growth, pro-innovation, and fiscally responsible policies. So we'll have to see if they can help with some bipartisanship. They do have a lot of things about bipartisanship on their website, so we'll have to see. So over on our charts, we are kind of breaking this support zone here for our total market cap for our altcoins. Stochastic is pushing down, RSI is pushing down, momentum starting to round out. Money flow is flicking red, so we could break bearish, and our VWAP is carrying under, so we are in bearish territory and heading down. Over on Bitcoin dominance, we could make a little bit of a bear flag here that could bring us lower, so watch out for that. Our RSI is going flat, but currently pointing down slightly. Money flow struggling to maintain its highs and starting to lose its strength. Our stochastic is in the bearish territory and looks like it could round back down. Our VWAP is riding under that neutral. It could break bullish, but just be wary if it starts to round away. Our momentum wants to push higher, so if our VWAP can break bullish, then our momentum will likely get that green dot and start to push up. Over on Bitcoin futures, we're getting a manipulation X pushing us to the bottom of our flag. So just be careful, as if we start to break down, this could be more like a double top and push us lower. Our RSI is overall losing strength. Momentum is coming out. Our stochastic's pretty beat down. Momentum had that bearish divergence that's playing out. Our VWAP is trying to gain some steam, and our money flow wants to go bullish. So if we're able to maintain bullish money flow here, we could potentially see it push up. However, if our money flow rejects, we could break this pattern and push lower. Over on Bitcoin, we are pushing pretty hard down, pushing away from our support resistance areas. Our RSI is sliding, stochastic is sliding, our momentum is coming out. Money flow is slightly tapering out. Our VWAP is breaking into the bearish territory, holding about 13. So watch for it to roll over, as that could set up another downswing. Our momentum wave is in the bearish territory, but not too strongly in it, as our VWAP isn't really going too far. Over on the 4 hour here, our stochastic wants to round up. Our RSI is trying to push higher. So we are trying to get a bit of a push up on our RSI. We'll have to see if we can make some new highs and get an uptrend. Our money flow is struggling to maintain any kind of a trend. We aren't bullish or bearish, we're just riding this neutral. Our VWAP wants to break through that neutral line, but we could get rejected and see another dip down, so just keep an eye on that. Our momentum wave wants to come up, so we'll have to watch if that VWAP can break through. If that can, then we'll see that green dot that could bring our momentum higher. Over on the 2 hour here, you can see we're just overall dumping from that bear flag we called out. Stochastic is falling, RSI is falling, money flow is breaking in the bearish territory, so we have bearish strength here and it's gaining traction. VWAP is trying to go bullish, but it doesn't look too strong, so this green dot on our momentum wave could be short-lived and we could see a red dot invalidate it. So just keep an eye out for that on the lower time frames here. The 1 hour, our money flow tried to come up into the bullish territory and got rejected on several fronts and is heading back down. So we could, if we see a new low, we could set up another downtrend. Our stochastic is trying to ramp up, but it's overall looking a bit tight and weak. It could start to round off here. Our RSI is really not going anywhere, even though the stochastic's pushing very strong. Our VWAP wants to go bullish, but it's starting to lose some steam, so we could see that push lower, and our momentum could get a red dot that could drop us lower as well. Over on graph for the daily, we're getting a bit of a push down, so we may have a bit of an up channel, we could call this, where we just got freak breakout once we got near this Fibonacci area. If that's the case, that would be a bearish pattern. RSI is starting to head down, stochastic's starting to head down, momentum's coming down with a red dot as our VWAP broke bearish. Our money flow is in the bearish territory and starting to head down, so we rejected the bullish territory again. So just keep an eye on that, as if that happens again, we could set up another downswing. Over on the 4 hour, RSI is overall losing strength. Stochastic is trying to make a bullish cross, so watch for that to gain some strength and break over that 30. If that does happen, we could see some strength happen. Our VWAP is trying to go through that neutral, getting close. We're at about 4 here. So if we manage to push through this neutral and go bullish, our momentum would get a green dot and we could see some further upside. Our money flow is pretty flat here on the 4 hour, so we're not very decisive as far as money flow is going. We don't really have much money going out or in currently, at least relative to our previous trend. Over on the 2 hour, our RSI is struggling to make higher highs and could take a dip. Stochastic's pretty beat down, so that could fall and kind of touch this overbought area where we just would ride. Our VWAP is struggling to maintain bullish momentum, so that could round over. And if that does happen, this double green dot could get invalidated. That money flow is trying to cling on to bullish territory, so we'll have to see if that can maintain. However, if that pushes in the bearish territory, we could set up some downside. Over on the 1 hour, our stochastic's trying to ramp up, but our RSI is really not going anywhere. Money flow is struggling to maintain bullish momentum, so if it pushes lower here, we could see it break down. Our VWAP is starting to kind of round off, so our VWAP may get a bit weaker too, so if it does round off, that momentum wave will get a red dot and could push lower. Over on Anchor for the daily, we still have this pattern that can break us lower. So actually this is a more of a ascending triangle that can break us higher. I don't know why I had a descending triangle. You go off the slope here. If the slope was going down, then it'd be a descending triangle. Our stochastic's kind of bending. Our momentum wave is starting to lose strength. RSI is losing strength and overall heading down. Our money flow is in the bullish territory, but overall not too strong as we're coming back down, and we keep getting kind of stopped out around this 8-9 zone. Our VWAP is pushing in the bearish territory, and that could break us lower, so just keep an eye on that. However, if we do make a decent bounce here, we could see a push up, as this would be our third touch. So we do have that potential. Our RSI is trying to push up. Money flow is going pretty strong, so that's good for us on the 4-hour. Stochastic wants to make a bullish cross. Our VWAP is trying to head up, so our VWAP, if it breaks bullish, could bring our momentum up. So we are looking like we do have a possibility to push up, but it's going to be dependent on if we get some green candles here. Over on the 2-hour, we are pretty much locked in this channel. Our stochastic's trying to ramp up. RSI is trying to push up. Our money flow is losing strength though, so even though we're holding on to our bullish strength, we are starting to lose some steam here and kind of testing these lows. So if we do break this, there is potential we could see some lower downside. Our momentum wants to come up as our VWAP's breaking in the bullish territory, so we'll have to see if that can gain some strength or not. Over on the 1-hour, our stochastic's trying to ramp up. RSI is losing some strength though, so watch out for that RSI as it could push us lower. Money flow is struggling to get new highs and it looks like it's starting to round off, so that money flow could make a move toward that neutral line. Our VWAP is struggling as well, as it's starting to taper out here and could start to push lower, and that could bring our momentum lower as well, so watch out for that as that could push everything else under. Over on XRP for the daily, we are getting a decent push filling some of these wicks, so that is good for us. RSI is just overbought as it can be almost. Stochastic's pretty overbought. That momentum's still getting that round, so just watch out. Our money flow is still coming down. VWAP's still getting close to that neutral, so if that VWAP does break bearish, we could see everything else get a bit of a push, so just keep that in mind. We are close to that Fibonacci golden pocket, so that also could make some manipulation as well. Oop, didn't want that. Our RSI is trying to point up, stochastic's trying to run up, our momentum's trying to push up, VWAP is losing some strength. Our money flow is trying to maintain its strength, but it's struggling to push any higher. If this money flow starts to round off, we could see a bit of a sell-off here. Over on the 2-hour, our RSI is trying to head up, but kind of getting a bit of a bend. Stochastic's pushing up, momentum's trying to ramp up. Money flow is coming out though, so watch if it breaks bearish. VWAP is starting to round off and head back toward that neutral again, so if that breaks bearish, that could give us a red dot on our momentum, which could push us lower. Over on the 1-hour, our stochastic's trying to ramp up, RSI is struggling to get new highs, momentum's starting to make a bearish divergence here and could push lower. Money flow is rounding off, and our VWAP is struggling to maintain bullish momentum, so we could see a bit of a sell-off. So overall, we're looking a little bearish and need to exercise some caution. We do have that flag though, that symmetrical triangle, so that does have that probability to break us up. Keep that in mind as well. But it also has the probability to break you down. But on algo for the daily, we are pushing away from this point of control again. We tried to come back up and just got rejected by our Fibonacci and our point of control. Stochastic's starting to round off, RSI is starting to point down, VWAP's starting to come down, momentum's starting to ride under that neutral, so that could get a push if that VWAP goes bearish. Our money flow is still coming down, so overall we're a little more bearish leaning, and this could set us up to break through this value area low, where we could see lower price targets. We do have this other Fibonacci area right around this 9, so keep that in mind. That could push us lower. Over on the 4-hour here, we are getting a bit of a push down. Our momentum is coming down. Stochastic is coming down, wants to make a bullish cross, so that could push us higher. Our RSI wants to get a bit of a push up. Our momentum is coming down. Our VWAP wants to come up. So if that VWAP can break through that neutral, we could see a push up, but it's looking a little shaky here as we're coming into resistance. Money flow wants to push up, but that's also meeting resistance, so if these two push away, we could see a bit more sell pressure. Over on the 2-hour, we're kind of just falling away, not really making much of any kind of channels. RSI is heading down, Stochastic's trying to ramp up, money flows in the bearish territory, our VWAP's trying to push up, and our momentum's getting a double green dot and could get some strength as our VWAP wants to push up. So if that continues, that may help recover our money flow. Over on the 1-hour here, money flow is zigzagging around, doesn't know what kind of trend it wants to be in. Stochastic's about to round off, RSI is about to bend over, our VWAP's rolling over, and our momentum is about to curl over, so we could see a bit of a sell-off here if we don't start to get some bullish candles. Thank you for watching tonight's video. I hope you have a wonderful night.